everyone, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done an allotment update for ages, it feels like, so I will show you how everything's progressing today. Last video I did about my allotment, everything was finally in the ground and it's all doing really well. I have harvested a couple of things already. That's my garlic and my broccoli. My garlic is currently in the garage drying out. I'll show you that in a minute. And my broccoli, it grew really well. The thing is, the caterpillars got into it, so some little cabbage white butterflies had obviously taken a liking to it and laid all their eggs. And I managed to eat a couple of the heads and get all the caterpillars out, but the rest, in the end I just had to give up because I spent ages picking them all out and then washing them all off really thoroughly, and even after cooking they were still kind of appearing. So we gave up in the end and got rid of them. I put them up, we've got a little section in our garden which is called the bug garden, and so I put it up there with the caterpillars still on and just letting them do their thing. So I had to pull up the plants, unfortunately, which is gutting because there were some really lovely big heads of broccoli on there, so it was really painful not being able to eat it. So I might give it a go next year. They did take up an awful lot of space, but I might give it a go next year and put some netting over it to try again. But everything else is doing really well. There's one thing I do want to show you straight off. So if you remember, it was taking me ages to get the pumpkin plants germinating. It was a couple of attempts that it took before they germinated, and then finally they started taking off in the ground. And I don't know if you remember saying, but I said that they would start taking over given half the chance, and that is exactly what they're doing, so I'll show you them now. So here it is. There's two plants in there and they are just out of control. You can see they're making their way, our garden is just here, and they are making their way slowly over and also into next door's garden. So I am going to try and trim this back because we're having some building work starting soon and they're going to want to bring all their equipment through here, so I'm going to need to cut it all back. But there are some really good pumpkins growing. Look at that bad boy, and there's a couple more over here. Yeah, so they're doing really well. What else can we see in here? There's a couple that have been eaten by the bugs, but there's some more over here, so that's really exciting. Also, you can see my sweet corn is in the next patched up, and the pumpkin's trying to take over that as well, so I'm going to have to cut it back. So here's the sweet corn. As you can see, the pumpkins are almost taking over this as well, but these are looking good. They're not as tall as they normally are, but they did get battered in those storms when I first put them in. But it looks like there's some good cobs growing. Sorry, you might be able to hear April in the background just go hiya. Yeah, I need to peel it back and see how they're doing because it's probably getting towards the time and they're going to need harvesting. But that won't be for another maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But I will peel back some of these soon and just see how it's all going. And then we've got another patch over here. Not as many in this one. As you can see, as always, the weeding needs doing. But we've had loads and loads of rain recently, so it's just kind of got out of control. I lost quite a few plants over here in the storms, but they're looking okay. So in this patch here, this is where, hi April, hiya. This is where all the broccoli was, so I had to put it out. There's still one plant in here which I've just left, because if anything else does want to lay any eggs on it, I'm just going to let them do that, because I feel bad ripping it all up if the butterflies like it. And here are the onions. They seem to be doing something. Hiya! Hiya! Monkey. They're doing pretty well. I don't know when these need harvesting. I don't know if the plant will die back. I need to Google it again. I did thin them out, so they've got bigger since, and they've been growing a lot better since I pulled out the broccoli as well. So I think the broccoli was taking a lot of the nutrients from the ground. Over here, these are my carrots. I haven't thinned these out, so when I'm pulling them up, they are quite small, which is quite a lot of work when it comes to peeling and everything, but they are so yummy. When you pull them out of the ground, they smell amazing. You might be able to see some in there. There we go, you can see the tops of some in here. That one looks like quite a big one. They smell amazing. Honestly, I love homegrown carrots. They taste delicious. And here's my runner beans. Look how great they look. They've grown really, really tall up my little wigwam that I built. And as you can see, so these are the flowers here. We get red ones and white ones, and the beans come out of there. So here they are. There's quite a few that I need to pick today. Wow, these ones are looking really good. Yes, so we're going to pick them for our Sunday lunch, which we're having on a Saturday. But I'm going to pick that soon. And here are my butternut squash plants. So they're quite similar to pumpkins, and they grow quite big, but they don't take over nearly as much. The leaves are a bit smaller and they take a bit longer to start growing, but here we go. So they grow similarly to courgette and pumpkins. They get this yellow flower first and the fruit grows off there. So it's a tiny, tiny little one. Any bigger ones? Oh yeah, there's a bigger one down here and over there. So yeah, that's looking really good. And then just beyond it is my courgette plants. And I know for a fact I need to pull some of these off because I've got some, oh god, I can see a giant one. There's one there and there's a really giant one back there. Yeah, you really need to keep on top of courgette plants because just leave it a day or two over when you should have, look at the size of that one. That is ridiculous. We're going to be eating courgettes with everything. There we go. Another one back there. Yeah, if you don't pick them as soon as they're sort of a good size, then you'll end up with marrows almost. So this is a real problem area up here. The grass is just taking over. I need to get Ryan to get on it with the strimmer because, as I've said before, I really don't like using the strimmer, but it's just out of control. Ugh. But this is where my garlic was, and obviously I pulled all that up. Here's the strawberry plants. And they started sending off a few little shoots now, and so I didn't get an awful lot of fruit off these this year, but it's because I've only just put them in this position. But they are settling in very well, so I'm happy with that. And then here's my beetroot along here, and again we've got some giant beetroot, but that does pretty well, even if they're humongous ones. They can grow quite big and still be delicious. So I'm gonna pick some of this today as well, actually, and roast it off. But also you can just cook it, put it with salads and things, or pickle it. Yummy. And then onto our fruit trees. Look at these. I don't know if you can see, actually I'm around the wrong side. If you come around the other side so the light's a bit better. They look amazing, these plums. They're quite small, but they're so delicious. And actually they're a perfect size for the kids. But there's absolutely loads of them. And these branches have got very heavy. But they're doing okay. They haven't snapped, so that's good. A couple of them fall on the floor. But yeah, really happy with those. And then finally, over here to our apple tree. Loads of them. I've got a big bowl of them in the kitchen, and these ones are really, really nice. These ones, not so much. I think these are russets, I'm not sure actually. This tree was already here when we moved in, so I'm not completely sure what apples these are, but certainly the ones off this one, the red ones, are really nice. So that's doing really well. We're contemplating chopping it down because Ryan wants to get some more plants along here, but when you see it fruiting like this, just can't bear to do it really. Right, let's pick some veg. Right, so with the courgette, literally find the end of it, a sharp knife, and cut it off, and then it should just come loose. Courgette plants can be a bit prickly. There we go. Look at it, absolutely massive. That's ridiculous. And with the carrots, just need to grab, they all look a bit small actually. Let's pick one from here. Literally just grab the head of it and pull. Oh, they were diddy ones. That was hardly worth it, was it? But I have picked some bigger ones here actually, look. I wish that you could smell this because they just smell amazing when you first pick them. Oh wow, they smell so good. And now we're going to pick some runner beans. So literally all we do is just grab the top and pull. There we go. Just going to pick as many of these. Again, these need picking pretty much as soon as they're ready because otherwise they go really hard and past it. If they do go past it, then you can just use the beans inside them to grow more plants the next year. But yeah, there we go. They're going to be lovely with our dinner. Just a little side note on the runner beans. The ladybirds absolutely love these plants. So if you get any black fly or anything, just leave them because the ladybirds will eat them. They're so cute. So the beetroot, just like the carrots, just grab the top of it and pull it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one because it looks like it's been eaten by something. I might actually just leave that there. Let's pull out some of these. Grab it and pull it. Come on, whoa, that is a monster. Look at the size of it. So I'm just going to pull one up today because that is plenty for us to eat with our dinner. So there we go, that's my harvest for today. I actually decided to pull up some more beetroot because I'm seeing Ryan's mum tomorrow and she loves beetroot. I'm just going to give that to her. Some carrots, my runner beans, and then the gigantic courgettes underneath. So there you go. It was only a quick update today. I'm not really doing an awful lot. I've got to sort out that pumpkin patch and of course do some more weeding. However, I'm on my own at the moment. And it's really hard to do when the kids are around because they're constantly needing attention, so I can't put my all into it, so I need to wait till Ryan's here on an afternoon so I can crack onto it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video despite it being relatively short. Do give it a thumbs up if you did. I would love you to subscribe. I'm not sure how many updates there are going to be actually now of my allotment because it's all coming to the end and I don't do an awful lot of winter growing, but certainly when the pumpkins get to maturity and the butternut squash and the sweet corn, then I'll of course show you that. The sweet corn, I really hope they come out well because they're so nice when they come out good. Anyway, I'm away to go and make some courgette cake because I need to use some of these mammoth courgettes. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.